morning to you. Thanks for joining me today on live. Getting in the mood for St. Patrick's Day. It's coming quickly. And it's a green holiday, so I got my green apron on for you today. We're going to be making Bailey's Irish Cream Brownies. We do a lot of stuff with Bailey's this time of year because it's A, so Irish, and B, so delicious. So come and check these out. These are amazing. Actually, this is a Bailey's recipe, and you can find it on, if you Google Bailey's recipes, you'll be able to find it that way. It starts with a brownie mix, so I doctor it up a little bit, but whatever your favorite brownie mix is, if you don't want to do that, you can start with your favorite brownie recipe. So I have one brownie mix here. I'm going to put this into the mixing bowl. It's just one package, so it's like 1 pound, 3 ounces. To that, I'm adding half a cup of oil and 2 eggs. You want to always use room temperature eggs when you're baking. Works better for you. So I have these just sitting out for a little bit, come into temperature before I throw them in. I crack into a bowl in case I get any shells. No shells, so we're good to go. I'm gonna turn on my mixer, get that oil and the brownie mix mixing up, and add my eggs one at a time. You're not gonna follow the directions on the box. You're gonna add these ingredients to the mix. So just ignore what says on your box. Put all that oil in there. Yeah. Okay. So from there, I'm going to add my Bailey's. This is a great recipe because it has Bailey's 3 times. Bailey's in the brownie, Bailey's in the frosting, and then Bailey's in the ganache. So you definitely get that taste of the Bailey's through and through. So I need a 1/4 cup of the Bailey's to go in here into the brownies. Four ingredients. Super simple. Just gonna turn that up and just get it really mixing. Get it all together. You don't want to have any big lumps, but in brownies, a little bit of lumps are okay. It's not gonna be a big deal for you. You don't want to over whip these because you want them to stay dense. I'm just gonna scrape down the sides to make sure everything's incorporated together. It looks like it is. Looks pretty good. Just give it one more whirl, and then I'm gonna go right into my pan. Can you smell the Bailey's, Russ?
I can. It's delicious.
It is. It's so good. It smells so good. All right. So, got that all mixed up. I'm going to put that in the pan and get that baking while I'll show you how to do the icing and the ganache for the top. Got a little Irish music in the background. Kind of getting the mood here. All right. So I prepared the pan just by greasing the sides. I have parchment in the bottom. I like parchment because it makes it so much easier to clean up and to get out of the pan. So I just cut my parchment to the size of the pan. Go right here and we'll put this in. Just gonna put the contents of your mixing bowl right down into your prepared brownie pan. 13 by 9 brownie pan will work perfectly for this. All right, get that all down in there. Don't leave any behind because it's so good. And I'm just gonna spread that around. Just get it into all the corners of the pan, and you want to keep it pretty even. And it's not gonna be real thick because you're gonna have a layer of icing and a layer of ganache over top of this. Just evenly spread. Once you get it like that, you're gonna tap it down. Gets the air bubbles out, also gives you a nice smooth top surface. Pop that in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. You want it to be just set, might feel a little jiggly in the middle, that's okay, gives you more fudgy brownie. If you like a more cakey brownie, let it go an extra 5 minutes. So pop that in. Take out the one that I made for you already, and you can see what it looks like when it comes out. I'm just gonna rinse out my bowl real quick so I can show you the icing. Gotta do a little housekeeping along the way sometimes. I kind of like just using one bowl so it's less cleanup at the end. So I just give that a rinse. So we're ready to go with our icing. Just dry that out so we don't have any liquid in there. Okay, perfect. So while those brownies are cooling, we're gonna make the icing for the top of them. And so for that, you're gonna start out with butter and sugar, which is the basis of all kinds of buttercream icings. I have 6 tablespoons of room temperature butter here. Gonna put that right in. Get that all down in the bowl, along with 3 cups of confectioner sugar. And I think I've told you this before, I like the 10 times confectioner sugar. It's more fine. 6 times will work fine as well, but I think you get a nice smooth buttercream with the 10 times. So I'm gonna put about half in, get that creaming together slowly with the butter. Whoop, snowstorm. And it's like 60 degrees today, so snowstorm. Start slow. Do as I say, not as I do. Add a little bit more in here and get that all incorporated. All right. So once I get the sugar and the butter together, now we know what comes next, right? The Baileys. I gotta say, Russ's camera is all a little bit covered in powdered sugar. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cute. It's a cute look. Good look, Russ. I apologize for that. For the icing, I'm going to need, let me just double check the amount. Yep, 1/3 of a cup of the Baileys. So now I'm gonna add that. I'm just gonna stop the spinning for a second. Get a little sniff for yourself on the way. Because when you're baking, you want to enjoy all the senses. You want to taste it too, but smell is definitely part of it. Get that Baileys down in there, and then mix that together. And that's going to also come together really nicely now. All right, that's it. That's your Baileys icing. So just 3 ingredients: butter, confectioner sugar, and the Baileys Irish cream. That all comes together, and now we're gonna ice this brownie. So once it's cooled, you'll be able to flip it out onto a tray or a pan or a platter, whatever you're gonna serve it on. I'm gonna flip this out, show you how easy it comes out. There you go. That parchment paper makes for really easy cleanup, and it'll lift right out for you. Now I'm gonna ice the top of this with the Baileys buttercream, which is going to be the next layer. Okay. So here you want it about 1/4 inch thick, because don't forget it's the middle layer, because we're going to cover it with a ganache on top. So you don't want it to be really thin. You want to have a nice bit of icing on there. Come out to all your corners. I mean, you could stop right here, but why would you when you have an opportunity to add more chocolate? All right. So once you get these iced, they have to go into the fridge so this icing can set up. Because don't forget it's butter, and so when butter's warm, it melts. We're gonna be adding warm ganache over the top, so you want this to be a little bit firm. So this goes into the fridge while we make the ganache. Let's go for a walk and get my exercise today. All right, pop that in. That's gonna set up. We're gonna make ganache. Over a burner. I have my pot here. I'm gonna need 4 tablespoons of heavy cream and a cup of Baileys. So let's get that going. Oops, we don't need that. So as I mentioned earlier, Baileys goes in every aspect of this dessert. It's in the the brownie itself, it's in the icing, and again in the ganache. So you really get that flavor running through and through. 4 tablespoons of heavy cream. This might not qualify as a light dessert, just mentioning that, but it is delicious. Okay, I'm gonna whisk that together and just bring that to a boil. So I'll let that go for a sec. While it's starting to come to a boil, we're gonna add to this semi-sweet chocolate chips, 1.5 cups. Nice dark chocolate chips. I like the teeny tiny ones because they melt faster. We're just melting, so these melt faster. If you were making cookies where you want a big chocolate chunk, then the big ones are great. But for melting, the little ones just make the job a little bit easier. I'm all about efficiency when I bake because this part's fun, but the eating part is more fun, so we want to get there quicker. So let's let this boil. You can see it's starting to bubble. Check it out. So once that comes up to a bubble, I'm gonna take it off the heat, just shut the heat, and I'm gonna add 1.5 cups of chocolate chips to that. Using my whisk, just slowly melt that chocolate into the Baileys and cream. And this is gonna make the ganache. You wanna get it all blended together. Just takes a minute for everything to kind of marry. And this is gonna go right over the top of those brownies. Yum. Alright, I think that we have it where we want it. Let me grab those brownies out of the fridge. Get my workout again. Yummy. Alright, bottle's there. And I'm gonna put this ganache right over the top. Rush, you want to get in for this. You want to get a picture of this because this looks decadent. Let that go. Let it spill over the sides. Just get it to the edges. And look at that. There we go. Get that all spread. You can let it chill a little bit if you like. And let it set up. We're gonna cut one now so we can see what they taste like. And I can show you what they look like when they're cut too, because they're kind of pretty. Get about 16 to 20 out of this. Depends on how big you cut them. There we go. Check that out. So you have the nice layer of the brownie under there, the Bailey's frosting, and then your chocolate ganache. That all comes together. It's really delicious, rich dessert. The Bailey's through and through. I'm gonna try a bite. Think I should? I think I should have a couple. Oh, really good. Really good. The brownie's really fudgy. The icing's sweet. That chocolate ganache on top brings it all together. This is amazing, guys. You gotta try these. Post some pictures if you make it. I'd love to see what you guys do at home. Thank you so much for joining me on live today. This Friday is our cake challenge, and we still have some spots available. Oh, my camera guy is Russ. Kathy was asking me, hi Kathy, I wanted to say hi. And yeah, Russ is here, so thanks for checking in.
I'm quiet because you're quiet. Very subdued.
I'm subdued. Russ says he's quiet because I'm quiet. I'm subdued. I'm never subdued. What is he talking about? I guess it just seems that way because he didn't mess me up at all today. So let's get back to this Friday. This Friday is our cake challenge. We do have spots available. Guys, don't be scared by the cake challenge. You do not need any experience to have fun with this. It's super fun. Get 4 people together, groups of 4. You compete against other groups of 4. You got your theme and everything you need to complete the task when you're here. It's a decorating challenge. We help you along the way. It's fast-paced, it's fun, it has trivia. It's a super good time. Come do that this Friday night. Sign up on my website. I really want to see you there. Join me next Wednesday. I'm going to keep this Irish St. Patrick's theme going for a couple more weeks. So we've got some more really fun things in store for you. So check me out next Wednesday live. Have a great week, guys. Thanks for joining. And if you want to be on live with me, send me, send me an email, and I will contact you about joining me on live. Have a great week, guys. Bye. Russ, you gonna have one?
Yes, I'm going to have one.